listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static. In today's episode, reach your community and find prospective Medicare clients with educational workshops. We're highlighting tips and strategies to get started in how to organize a Turning 65 seminar on a budget, written by Cassidy Potts. You can't wait around for potential clients to become eligible for Medicare. If you want a loyal book of business, clients who keep coming back for your services, the work starts before they even turn 65. One of the best ways to get your name out in the community to future Medicare eligibles is by hosting Turning 65 workshops. Believe it or not, it is possible to cater to individuals turning 65 without breaking the bank. It's okay if your event budget isn't that hefty. There are many options to make a T65 event as affordable as possible and still find success. We'll help you plan your next Medicare seminar so you can appropriately budget for your event. Let's talk strategy, starting with choosing a venue. When you're thinking of possible T65 seminar locations, consider venues that already generate a lot of foot traffic. Not only will your attendees most likely be familiar with it, but there's also a good chance that you can find an event space for little to no cost. For example, a library already serves the purpose of bringing a community together, and many have rooms you can rent. Another option is a local community college. While you might not find as many people aging into Medicare walking around on campus, these spaces typically have rooms and meeting spaces that fit a large amount of people. Consider restaurants that have separate rooms or areas for hosting larger parties. Some examples off the top of my head: Denny's, IHOP, and Olive Garden. Since these are popular chains, there's likely one in your area. Many senior living locations would also be able to host the event and possibly even provide refreshments. Next, let's factor in the cost. Seminars will typically cost around $1,000 to $1,500 per campaign, with the possibility to meet with clients over multiple days. While it may seem pricey, putting the time and effort into meeting with potential clients is a good way to gain high-quality leads who will continue to trust and value you as their agent. A typical direct mail campaign costs money for each individual contact, and there's no guarantee that you will even be able to interact with the person. Those attending a seminar are more likely to create an appointment after seeing you in action. You can also check out some of our event materials on shopritterim.com and distribute them during your presentation. Our booklet, Your Roadmap to Medicare, explains all of the different plans and products to choose and which might be best for each individual. You can even customize it with your logo. Now, before I continue, an important note: to purchase marketing materials on shopritterim.com, agents must be registered with Ritter and have at least one active contract through Ritter to purchase marketing materials on shopritterim.com. Orders will be rejected if both requirements are not met. Just want to put that out there. Back to our event planning. Once you have the venue, it's time to market the event to the public. Getting the word out doesn't have to be painful. There are many budget-friendly companies that do almost everything for you. A company that follows a turnkey process, for example, can dramatically cut down your work. These service providers send invitations through mail, email, and text, as well as managing RSVPs. They also send reminders and provide a professional feel for potential clients. Reminder Media is a great partner for event promotion. Their marketing materials are customizable and include your photo, logo, and contact information. This can make your communication even more meaningful and can lead to a higher response rate. Another option is financial seminar services if you want to upgrade your marketing materials. They specialize in seminar marketing for insurance professionals, and they understand just how important it is to get people excited for your event. It's also a savvy idea to partner with senior-focused businesses. For example, a senior aide, so both parties can benefit from marketing their services in the same effort. Splitting marketing costs can be beneficial for both parties. Many times, investment and retirement planners will pay for the marketing if it's also a business opportunity for them. Even if the cost is being split between parties, let's be real, times are tough right now. So here are some cost-saving efforts to try. To stay on budget, try the grassroots marketing approach, especially for those with a lower budget. Taking a grassroots approach to marketing is one of the most effective ways to not only make people aware of your event, but also see you as a trustworthy agent. This type of marketing involves forming relationships with community members, both clients and other professionals, by going out into public spaces where you could find prospective clients. Not only can you find people to attend your event, but you will also gain trust within the community. Have you ever volunteered at your local soup kitchen or nearby retirement communities? Visited a community center or low-income housing area? Building relationships becomes much easier once you make yourself accessible. Try some of these other strategies as well. Place flyers or business cards on bulletin boards outside local businesses or flea markets. Set up a booth at community events. Form relationships with churches and nonprofit organizations. Once you place yourself in the community, people will start recognizing you as someone they can trust and want to refer to family and friends. Remember another important component of the whole event: staying CMS compliant. Following all of the rules surrounding Medicare can seem intimidating, but we are here to help you make sense of it all. Not only will you stay out of trouble, but your prospects will feel especially comfortable at the event. First, let's look at permission to contact and TPMO rules. Before you begin a conversation with a potential enrollee, you need to make sure you obtain permission to contact, or PTC for short. Ritter has marketing materials to help you with this process. If you decide to use a third party instead, you and the company must follow all third-party marketing organization, or TPMO, requirements, including, but not limited to, add the TPMO disclaimer verbatim to all of your marketing materials, including print and TV ads. Disclose to the beneficiary when conducting lead-generating activities that his or her information will be provided to a licensed insurance agent for future contact. Verbally when communicating with a beneficiary through the telephone, in writing when communicating with a beneficiary through mail or other paper communication, and electronically when communicating with a beneficiary through email, online chat, or another electronic messaging platform. Revise your existing written agreements with all of your TPMOs, so vendors, contractors, and subcontractors for marketing, sales, lead generation, enrollment, etc., to require your TPMOs to be compliant with TPMO requirements. Enter into written agreements with all of your TPMOs, again, vendors, contractors, and subcontractors for marketing, sales, lead generation, enrollment, with whom you have relationships but do not have written agreements that require the TPMOs to be compliant with TPMO requirements. Disclose to Ritter and or carriers of any subcontracted relationships, such as the use of a third-party lead generation company used for marketing, lead generation, and enrollment. Furthermore, be aware of and follow event restrictions. Hosting an event is a great way to get leads, but since a Turning 65 seminar is technically an educational event, there are some rules to be aware of. First, you need to make sure your seminar is explicitly marketed as educational. The invitations must include the following disclaimer, in addition to the TPMO disclaimer. For accommodations of persons with special needs at meetings, call and then insert your phone number and TTY number. The ASG blog has an article about the rules of hosting Medicare educational events that goes into more detail, so be sure to give that a look. We'll be linking to that in the episode notes. Now you have a better idea of what goes into hosting an educational Turning 65 seminar. You're on the right track to getting started. If you want more ideas, listen to our episodes, 7 Ways to Get Involved in Your Community, and Effective Marketing Strategies for Insurance Agents. Those episodes will also be linked in the notes for you to check out. If you have any questions, remember, here at Ritter Insurance Marketing, we are happy to help. It's what we're here for. You can call the podcast hotline at 717-562-7211 or email us at asgpodcast@ritterim.com. It's always worth it to help potential clients make sense of their Medicare options in person, and the return on investment is so well worth it. Hosting an event shows people you're willing to make the effort to prioritize their care, and ultimately leads to richer long-term connections. For more industry news, marketing, and sales tips, be sure to follow our podcast to get notified when we publish new episodes. And if you're already following along with us, we greatly appreciate you. Thanks for listening. We will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an Integrity company. This episode was written by Cassidy Potts. Script adaptation by Tina Lamoureux. Recording and production by me, Sarah Ruppel. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Artwork by Vivian Zhao. Rate and review our show on Apple or Spotify.